Did you but on the way back, she slept. I kind of drugged her though.
Alright, YouTube, how's it going? So, I told you last week, even if nobody watches this, I decided to start a motivational weight loss strategy, program, whatever you want to call it, for myself. And I decided to go ahead and, I was going to go ahead and weigh in and let you all know what it is and work from there. And I weighed in this morning at, drum roll, 315. Yeah, not very good. I am going to be, working my butt off, literally and figuratively, to lose some of that weight. My goal weight is about 250. So I'm going to work right now. I got the food that I need in the truck. We're going to stay strict to the paleo regimen and see what that does for me. I know my biggest weakness is carbs, so if I keep away from those, which is what the paleo encourages for the most part, then hopefully things will work in my favor. Of course, obviously working out is good. It's honestly kind of hard to really work out when you're in the truck, especially as many hours as I am, because you'll be behind that wheel for so long, and then all you want to do is crawl in the sleeper and go to bed. It's not the easiest thing to work out. Plus, not to mention, I don't stop. I don't have time to even go to truck stops very often to shower. I know that sounds disgusting as hell, but I really don't. I never sleep at truck stop. Ooh, nice Corvette. Damn. God, those are some fat tires. I never stop at truck stops because I just don't have the time. It's usually, usually I'm home once or twice throughout the week, and I fully take advantage of that. So as far as working out goes, it's kind of a pain to work out because I don't even have a chance to take a shower as much as I want to. So it's primarily, my weight loss is primarily going to be focused on my diet, which is 90% or so of your weight loss success story anyway. Diet over exercise even. Of course, exercise helps, but diet is where it's all at. So you really, that's the most important thing, is to get your diet in check first, and eat the right foods with the right portion sizes, which not everybody does, unfortunately. Jeep's fast. All 117 ponies kicking. I got, like I said, I got all kinds of stuff here to help me out. A low to no carb. Really, the only thing that has carbs in it that I have are the vegetables, like cauliflower and stuff like that. Cauliflower obviously has carbs in it. Good carbs, but any carb can be a bad carb if you consume too much. But I do have cauliflower, and of course some meat, and some fruit, and my water, which I will be drinking a lot of. But right now, like I said, I'm going to work, and I'm heading to New Jersey, and gonna unload some eggs, which I like this run. God damn, what's in my throat? Holy shitballs. Anyway, I go there, unload eggs, and I get paid $200 extra just to do that. So that is a win-win. Exercise by unloading my own truck at 2 in the morning, so I'll be dog-ass tired, and I get $200 extra for it. And it only takes about, as long as there's nothing I have to break down, which there usually isn't, but sometimes there is, but as long as it's a straight pull, which means I just pull everything off the truck, And god damn it. Which means I pull everything off the truck. I pull everything off the truck straight like, which means I don't have to break anything down. As long as I don't have to break anything down, it only takes about 40 minutes. So $200 for 40 minutes of work, hell yeah, sign me up. You cannot beat that. So hey guys, we'll see you later. I'm gonna head to the truck. See you, bye-bye. So, I just got some discomforting news, I think. Well, it's not something that I wasn't suspecting, but apparently the company I work for is having some serious financial issues. And, we've only got 7 drivers here, so apparently I'm the only driver that's not actively seeking out a new job. Which really sucks because this was a pretty good job, really good paying job. So I guess I'm going to be looking for something else here just to be safe and make sure I have a steady income in case something goes under. It really annoys me too because apparently she's putting together a wedding for her and her fiance, and apparently that's where all the money's going. So it shows you the priority. Apparently the priorities are kind of screwed up because she should be doing everything she can to keep her business running, but she is apparently she invited 800 people to the wedding. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money right there. Talk about feeding all those 800 people. That is a lot of money. Even if she finds a way to cheap out on the food, that's a lot of money. And then on top of that, she has an open bar. She's invited all of her drivers, and she said that she has an open bar. So think about that, an open bar for 800 people. That's just you're probably talking 30-40 grand for that wedding. That's kind of my guess anyway. So as soon as she started planning for the wedding, that's when things started to go to shit. So yeah, I'm kind of feel, I hate to say it, but I almost kind of feel betrayed as an employee, which sounds kind of crybaby-ish, kind of like victimizing myself, and I really don't like doing that. And it's stupid. But she decided, she decided to put she has 7 families that depend on her making the right decisions for this company. And if she is actually putting all of her money, if she's putting any money that she earns from this company that should be going towards the company into her wedding, then that's poor management. Absolutely poor management. You should have, like, I've thought about becoming an owner-operator myself, and I plan on having a separate account for almost everything. a separate account for fuel, a separate account for maintenance expenses, a separate account for taxes, a separate account for my own take-home money, a separate account for truck payment. Just so that way everything is organized. You got ... And it's all perfectly organized that way. And nothing, except for what I have in my take-home account, nothing will get spent on miscellaneous, frivolous bullshit. But, she's putting it into a purse. I don't know. I don't want to say she is for sure, because I can't say for sure. But I've talked to a couple other drivers that suspect the same thing. Because it just started happening where our fuel cards will stop to get fuel. And we have no money on the fuel card. It's embarrassing. We can't get fuel because she has no money in the account for fuel. And then the credit card that she gives us will be declined as well. So we can't even put money on the business, on the company card. Some other things have happened, more personal things on her end that I won't say. And then, I get paid extra to lump my own truck. I get $200 for that every time I do that. Normally she has the money for me right away. Well, last week it took her a week to give me my money for it. Even though I'd already done it. And now I'm doing that lumper again. And she told me, well, she'll give me the money when I get back. And I must be a fool, but I'm taking her for her word. And I'm going to do this run, but I am definitely actively keeping my eyes open. I've talked to a couple people already about work. So, I got a family that relies on me. I can't leave a gap in my. When I was younger, I could go for a little couple weeks or whatever. It wouldn't really hurt me that bad now either, but I do have a family that depends on me, and our family depends on her, like I said, making the right decisions, as well as 6 other families. And she might not be, so it might be costing the rest of us a job. With lumpers and everything at this company, I'm on salary here, so it's not even like I get paid mileage. So I get paid the same thing every week, a minimum. I get paid a minimum of about $73,500 a year with this company. And when you factor in the lumpers on top of that, it's well over 80. So that's going to kind of hurt a little bit. But now that I know, after making this money, I'm going to be working my ass off to make sure I find something else that is equivalent or better. But I'll keep you all posted. We'll talk to you guys later. I will say this, after some consideration and thinking about it and talking it over with my wife, I do believe I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stick it out as long as I'm getting a paycheck, and as long as she carries through with her monetary promises, such as paying me for my lumper activities and things like that, then I'm going to stick it out and hope for the best. Once something happens to the point where a paycheck is late, or something like that, then I will become a lot more active in seeking out other means of employment. But for the time being, I'm just going to hope for the best, and we'll go from there. Because it is a good job. As long as I keep getting paid, it's a good job. Hopefully after the wedding, which is in June, so it's not very far away, hopefully once the wedding is done, things will go back to normal. So we'll just have to see, and if some employees leave the company and I stay here, then not that there's that many employees here, but I'll just simply move up in so-called rank in the company, you know, if I stay here. So, which isn't bad, you know. That means if she ever gets the money to buy another brand new truck, then I'll be in line for a brand new truck. Things like that, you know. So I'll stick it out as long as I get paid. And yeah, hope for the best. Anyways, guys, this is my final clip for the day. So you all have a good one and take care.